You really do need no introduction. You're freaking Chung Man, right? Who doesn't freaking know Chung Man? But for those who don't know you, go ahead and just let us know your name and where you play from.
My name is Chung Chan, playing in Vancouver, Canada, and yeah, I represented NA to play in the Worlds. Before I came to Canada, and
Hmm.
I was playing in Hong Kong,
Oh, so you were
and
actually playing Digimon in Hong Kong.
yeah, I
Dang, that's what's
started.
up. Dang,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's all.
I started with Japanese card before the official release of English version.
Wow, that's actually really cool. So you were living in Hong Kong, playing Digimon, moved to Canada. That's when the English started, and you just started playing.
Yeah, because I love Digimon, and the card game is good.
Yeah, dude, the same. I'm exactly the same. I just like the Digimon are great, and the game is just super fun. So how long have you been living in Canada now?
Like half a year
Wow, wow,
now.
you're really new
Yeah,
to to North America then.
yeah. I'm pretty new.
The best player in the world right now. Like who can
Thank
deny
you.
that, right? You literally just won worlds.
Yeah, thanks.
But I like to ask, what would you say that is your most memorable win?
My most memorable win, I would say, is still the final in Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's multiple reasons, but the most simple one is like Daniel Opiola
Mm-hmm.
is uh European champion,
Yes.
and uh yeah, I didn't expect blue hybrid deck is so similar with mine. The system we play in a very similar deck, and the play style is very similar. So it's very hard to set up a strategy and game plan. So we both need to be flexible
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
And also we have played two matches actually. We faced in the qualifying match,
Mm-hmm.
and he promoted to the semifinal, and he won that. And then we faced again in final, very hard. And also like the difference is in the hands we had make the matchups very tough, because just for example, like ice wall is very obvious, is the game changer in
Yeah.
a blue mirror matchup. And like if mine has gone to the bottom with some search like Davis or Pokemon, and he 100% no, I won't get the ice wall in
The rest of the
the
game.
game
Right. Yeah.
in a very late game. He can predict that, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it, so he can be fully aggressive. While I still need to predict he has an ice wall, and to be aware of it to set up my play like carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in the match, the final match, game one and two were very close. I won game one, he won game two. If I didn't go all in, that turn he can just win in next turn. So we both need to calculate it very well. And but most memorable match is game three, because I was in a we both in a very tough situation.
Mm-hmm.
We need to like be careful every step. And I started with no tamers in game three, so um, my thought at that moment is I need to play an alternative way
Mm.
to like start another plan other than just sitting some tamers on the field and like control the board. So I developed a Pokemon board, uh, which I started with like the first Pokemon. I get to search tamer and hybrid. Like at least I need to get a first tamer for mine, because I'm blue hybrid, right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
And yeah,
You need something on the board to
but
digivolve onto. Yeah.
yeah, but I remember I like didn't get a tamer, so I played vocal, and the next turn he bounced one. Yeah, after that I need to play more flexible, and I just use all my hammer spark and play the second vocal. So
Yeah.
at that turn, I set up a very hard to deal with the board, like having 6 Digimon on the field.
Dude, that turn was insane. When you double Hammer
Yeah,
Spark to
because
play the second Boko, and then did you play the third one as well?
yeah, in
Yeah.
the because I remember it was like 2 turns things.
Mm-hmm.
When I started with the first Boko, and then I developed 2 Boko in a turn, and yeah, I was thinking of rather than how do I control his board, like can I set up a board that he cannot control, and yeah, and I play 3 Pokemon in the turn, and then just gain a bunch of memory, and then use the memory I gain to develop more advantages. So yeah, I really like the flexibility of my deck to allow me to set up different plays in different situations. And yeah, the match with Daniel is the most memorable win.
Definitely.
Uh,
I mean, it's the
yeah,
most meaningful win, right? You get your Blitz Omni, which is one of a kind. That's like tell the people. Are you planning to sell it? Or are you planning to keep it?
I am planning to keep it because just
That's no, it's pretty awesome. Like I mean, that's what I was gonna ask. Like out of
yeah,
all the cards, obviously, that's gonna be the most prestigious card for sure. But
I
like
agree.
in terms of art, just purely art, would you say the Blitz Omni, the Evo Cup Omni, or the Agumon is your favorite prize card? Or I mean, you can technically toss in the Greymon too, but like obviously, or like the War Greys and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, like, which one do you favor?
I think I would love my Omnimon,
Hmm.
um, but just
The
but
Blitz
just
one or
saying
Evo
the
Cup?
art.
Yes, just the art.
The Blitz Omnimon, the
Hmm.
Blitz one. And but to talk about the art, I more like the Agumon.
Yeah, me too.
There's
That the
just
art, the foiling, it's so
yeah.
nice.
It is amazing. It's beautiful. Just
Yeah.
there are a couple of different colors actually.
Yeah, yours is like a rainbow, right? It's
Yeah,
so nice. Like, dude, I'm just like, you're keeping that, right? Or did you sell that?
I'm keeping that.
Yeah, see? You're just like, I feel like you're the type of person like me where it's like, we really just enjoy the game and we just love the art and love the cards. Even if, like,
Yeah,
we'll adjust to whatever's the meta. And that's what is, like, I think, a signature of a good player, adapting. And like you said,
yeah,
you
right.
were able to go from, like, basically, you had no tamers. So in a game that was your tournament life, you had to adjust, and not only did you adjust well, you put your opponent in such a position that like he had no real answer. Like it was insane. Like if he were
Yeah,
like to supreme cannon you out of nowhere, like that was his answer, right? But like, man,
yeah.
he's not gonna run that.
We have played before,
Oh,
and
okay.
I like I remember I tried to remember all the cards he played
Mm-hmm.
previously in the qualifying matches,
Yeah,
and
yeah, of
also
course.
I also try to remember the card he keep playing in the match. Try to not missing any of them that I probably would lose to if I didn't notice that. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess he has no Magna Garurumon and a Supreme Cannon, some kind of that, or Forbidden Trident that
Mm-hmm.
may get me to a loss. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just set up a different game plan under this situation.
So you basically, I mean, obviously you've been watching his games, and then you observe that he has no like answer to wide boards. So you just
Yeah,
went
and
wide.
if you play some specific cards, that
Mhm.
means you sacrifice some other spots
Yes,
for playing
yes.
other card. I saw he played Susano. That means like he's cutting some level sixes
Yeah.
or some options or tamers. That means I know my number, so I can predict his number. So yeah, setting the game plan, and I can predict my risk on swinging security, other things, and yeah, I just
Hmm.
finalize my plan. And yeah, I'm glad I won Daniel. He's very good at Brew Hybrid.
Out of all the players you've played, would you say that he's the most
I
skilled?
think nationals is also a very tough time for me.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I felt like the
Um,
nationals, because it was such a grind and it was like a 2 day event. Like, that just seemed to me like it was a lot harder for you to earn because obviously worlds is worlds. It's just pressure. There's no endurance test, right? Yeah, you have to beat like your other qualifiers who got there. But nationals, like you're in there with like rogue decks. You got to play around everything, you know? Like it's crazy because you don't know what all these other players are playing, and you get one chance. And then if you don't play around every card that you can think of, you can potentially lose the
yes,
game.
yes. I will say since the worlds and nats is in a different format. I think Daniel he planned to play everything carefully. I cannot really rank those good players very well, but Daniel is very good, and he's my top list if I need to rank the players. Like in nationals, Dan Vang beats me in day two. The like we all chasing for coming into the top
Top
cut,
eight.
the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
eight. Yeah, I was undefeated. He beat he beat me with Agobon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you, of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was a tough match.
Yeah,
I know. It was,
yeah,
man, our
do you
game.
remember? We both
We
bricked.
bricked. Like, it was basically we played a best of one. Because, like, I bricked
Yeah,
hard, you bricked hard, and then we had a good game. And then I think, I know exactly the
yeah.
play that I lost was when you swung over my Growlmon. I don't know if the suspended Growlmon with your Forbidden Trident Korikaku. Oh, no, was it Korikaku? No, it was a Ikakumon. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
Pokemon.
he got me.
K. Yeah, I bumped 2K and swing over that.
Dude, that hurt. That
I
turn
know.
hurt me
Yeah, I
so
know
bad.
you may not notice I can gain memory. I can gain DP
DP,
over
yeah,
that. So you just safely suspend that and wait for next turn. You can go into Lord Knight, something
exactly.
else.
It was gonna be
Yeah,
easiest game ever, but you just had the Forbidden Dragon. I was like, man, is such a card, and I honestly didn't play around it, and it was a at the time. I remember talking to you. I was just like, dude, I just had so much fun. Like that was it. Like you were. And I just like win it all, and you fucking win. You won the whole thing, dude. I was like, I don't mind saying I got eliminated by this
yeah.
guy because you're the best player in the world. Like no one can take
Thank
that
you
title
very
from you.
much.
Like maybe some people in Japan, they're like, hey, he's not playing our set. So I was like, dude, guarantee like you would stomp on them too. Oh man.
I wish I can someday play some top players in Japanese format, and yeah, if I will rank at least I don't know other regions nationals, but uh at least in NA
Hmm.
the final top 8 at least I would say they're the best players in the world as well in my observation, because I know the pressure there, and um yeah, Brent Sosa,
Hmm.
we had a very close match in Nats, the
Hmm.
final, and we all know how Gabubon works, just aggressive,
Hmm.
very aggressive, and I really appreciate all the good players. They really done very well.
Yeah, I think this community, like, what I've noticed is that even the really good players, like, we're also very good. Seems like we're pretty good people to most sense. Where it's like, even though I'm a good player, I will help other players to get better. I end up helping a lot of players in my local, like Las Vegas locals, whoever asks for help. So yeah, I think this community, just the Digimon community in general, has been very welcoming to everyone, and that's been partly
Yeah,
why the competitive scene has been so good, because it's like once we figure something out, we share it, and then it builds and it builds and it builds, and like I think it's just pretty awesome.
I don't want to miss Ying Huang.
Yeah, I
Ying
never want to miss
Huang.
him play. He's one of the best players to watch. I'm like, how's he gonna get out of this? And he gets out of things like the craziest ways with Lilith. What that guy's done. Yeah.
Actually, I calculated with in the Nats we chased for getting in the final, and yeah, game 3 we like we had hard time in game 1, game 2.
Mm-hmm.
I braked a little bit. He braked as well. And
Mm-hmm.
game 3, yeah, so, kind of similar with our match.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I played an ice wall, and I calculated some of the combinations he could play, but he still showed me I'm still threatened very hard. I had 5 security, but he's under ice wall, but he keep making amazing plays at the
Mm.
moment, and yeah, very very good.
Yeah, like that's what it is. Like part of the challenge when I was like when we were playing against ice walls, like anyone who plays against like multiple copies of ice wall, it's just like we have to mentally prepare to lose memory all the time,
Yeah,
you know. And to this day, like
so
there's
much
sometimes,
pressure.
yeah, when I attack into a blue player, and I'm just like, oh shit, I like hammer sport or ice wall. It's probably the would you say it's probably one of the most broken options in security. In my opinion, it is the best because it's the only option that like can turn the tape, like literally switch turns.
You mean the hammer spark and ice wall?
Yeah, either one where like any, cause yeah, that effect in general, that gain to
Yeah,
memory
that.
effect.
I mean, although blue has no like normal blue build, you like people don't play Kitus just for more other options you can play in the deck.
Yeah,
But Ice Wall is the most broken just because yeah, you know the unplayed the options effect, but it also uh, giving your opponent very hard pressure on swing security.
yes,
They need to predict at least one ice wall in your security.
yeah,
If you had like 4 to 5, if they want to go OTK, they need to predict at least one, and it's very hard to do it, especially you keep giving pressure to your opponent.
mm-hmm.
And the most ridiculous thing is those cards are having a very very good utility in your deck.
Mm-hmm. The fact that you can choke with
Uh,
ice wall too is just like, whoa.
yeah. If your opponent chooses to choke you, they need to calculate some hammer spark,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very hard to do it because even if you got 1 memory, you can 4 hammer spark to go to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it happens, but yeah, just very very good. I think the synergy of these options with blue deck is very good.
Do you go to your locals regularly?
Seldom. I sometimes will go to gaming card game store to like buy cards,
Mm-hmm.
but hard to play in the store.
In terms of practice or playtime, how much would you say you actually commit a week to playing Digimon? For those who want to
Um,
become at your level, let them know how much you actually play or like work to become better.
Most of my practice are on internet, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, online play with some other players, and 2 to 3 hours
A day?
a day. Yeah, a day.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect because like that's what I want people to realize. Like people who play this game just because they like to play the game, you kind of just learn and you see more combos, and then you take those and then start developing decks in your brain, and then you're like, oh, I have to put it down on paper or else I'm gonna forget. Like I think that's part of the aspect of like the trading card game that I
Yeah,
like so
yeah.
much.
And I want to say one thing is I'm not regularly practicing, right? And
Hmm.
uh, but I just cannot split myself out of Digimon card game. When I see some like news or cards, maybe or some discussion, I may like it. It will inspire me, and like even I'm not doing Digimon things, but my brain just uh, can't wait to think
About
like,
Digimon,
can I put the cards in my deck, or uh,
yeah.
can I build a totally different thing? Like
Mhm.
yeah, so it feels like this.
No, I get that. I really do. I have one last question, and then I'll let you go. For the upcoming set, BT8, what do you want to bet on? What do you think? What are you gonna play?
It's hard to choose. To be honest, I'm preparing to play like 5 to 6 decks
Fair.
for next format. I definitely will try in
I feel like it's gonna
Mastermon,
be
in Purgemon,
yeah.
and Black Wargreymon that
Mhm.
allows to like
Kill
punch
tamers.
punch the kid,
Yeah, punch
punch in the
kids.
kid.
Yeah.
Gaia Force the kid.
Gaia force the kids.
Also the yellow hybrid,
Yeah.
blue hybrid, armor rush,
Armor Rush is a
and
deck too. Like that's for sure something to keep an eye on. Like I think it's gonna
yeah,
attract the
yeah.
very aggro players, and that's
I normally
focus on the present.
yeah, focused on present, and after the official set come out, and I will start build my deck.
Yeah. No,
But
I
I'll first have an idea in my brain,
no, I agree.
and
I'm just like that. I don't look too far ahead. The most I see is like what DPP. Shout outs to DPP. What he
mm,
posts on, because he actually posts like his local games, and it's like to me it's more competitive, so I like to watch his games. But even then, like I don't go like, oh, I got a deck build. I just like you said, you focus on the present, you focus on the current meta, and how we can adapt or change it to our favor, basically, or build a deck
yeah,
that favors the meta. That's all honestly all I have for you. Like I just wanted to get to know you more, and now that I do, I think it's really cool. I just hopefully like people recognize that under this high skilled player is just another guy too who just man Chung, you not gonna lie, you represented NA well, and we're I'm pretty sure
thank
we're all
you,
proud of you, dude. Like to see you like lift that, I was like, hey man, that's the guy I lost to. That's a player.
thank you so much.
Any shout
I'm
outs to
actually happy
friends?
to see you keep playing Lord Nightmon. Even I choose to play Gabubon in BT6. You're still
Yeah.
playing Lord Nightmon using the Nightmon I sold you.
Yes, I know. When I saw it, I was like, Gary, you sold me this, bro. Like, it was just like,
Yeah.
who would have thought, right? Like, I was like, I knew I bought it from you, and I knew who you were, and then I was just like, now I get to play you at a national level. It was, I'll never forget our match. Like, it was the first nationals. Like, the fact that I made it there with Lord Knight, everyone was like cheering me on. I was just like, it. But to be honest, like I said, losing to you, I don't. It doesn't feel that bad because you're fucking good.
Thanks.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank
Do you
you
have
very
anything you want to shout out to your boys in Canada or anyone at all?
I first want to shout out to my Team Combo Canada. Gives me so many support, and um, yeah, and as well DGC. Actually, this is the community I play in Hong Kong, and um, mostly I practiced my skill when I was in Hong Kong, starting from BT1, and it just gave me a lot of information, and there's also a lot of amazing people with very high level of skill. And
Nice.
yeah, and in Canada, in Vancouver, in my local, I actually have some buddies to practice with, but we mostly do in online,
Right.
still in Discord.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can only do that. Thanks everyone supporting me, and yeah, thanks for invitation, and very happy to do an interview with you.
Dude, I'm just glad. I appreciate it, Gary.